for you tonight. Listen, this message is specifically for all of you out there who have a gift. And one of the things I know for certain, you definitely have a gift. But here's what I want to do. I want to help you to raise the bar. I want you to stop sitting on your gift. I want you to stop just sort of playing around with your gift. And what I want you to do is to get really, really serious about working your gift. And so I got a message for you tonight where hopefully you're going to elevate your game. You're going to stop playing with your gift. You're going to have a new meaning and a new level of commitment to working your gift and using your gift and giving your gift away so that it can continue to make room for you, so that it can continue to grow and great things can happen in your life, specifically when it comes to your goals and your dreams. So let's do this real quickly. For those of you who are tuned in right now via the live stream, just do me a quick favor as you're jumping on. Go ahead and put in your city and your state so I could go ahead and give you a quick shout out before we go ahead and get started on the Thursday night Show Up for Your Life motivational live stream. And of course, I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up, because this is where you come each and every week in order to get that midweek pick me up. And so here's what I know. You got a lot of things going on. Some of you right now, you are in the process of growing your business. Some of you are trying to give birth to your goals and your dreams. Some of you are working a career, but there is something inside of you saying, man, you know what? There's got to be more than this. And many of you know for certain that you have a gift. And what I'm hoping is that as a result of you tuning into tonight's message, that you're going to show up a little differently when it comes to your gift, when it comes to utilizing your gift, and when it comes to leveraging your gift. So I want to give a quick shout out real quick to Moet. Shout out to Kimberly. How you doing? Good to see you out there. So Kimberly is there. Want to give a quick shout out to Tatisa Taylor in Fort Lauderdale. So we got ATL in the house. We got Utah in the house. We got Fort Lauderdale in the house. Anybody else who's tuned in, want to give you a quick shout out. We got Onika Shirley tuned in from Arkansas is in the house. So as you're jumping in, do me a quick favor. Just go ahead and put in your city and your state so I could go ahead and give you a quick shout out. And I promise you, we're about to jump into this message just momentarily. And this is specifically for all of you who have a gift. You know that you have a gift, and you are willing and you have a desire to elevate your gift. In other words, you want to stop playing around with your gift. You want to stop sitting on your gift. You want to stop undermining your gift, and you're ready to elevate that gift and take it to an entirely different level. Hopefully, I'm going to share some things with you tonight that's going to help you to shift your perspective and help you to get really serious about developing your gift and taking it to an entirely different level. And how you doing, Henriette? Give a quick shout out. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So as you're jumping on, just go ahead and let me know what city and state you're tuning in from. And also do me a quick favor as you're tuning in. Also, if you would, for those of you who are just now jumping in, go ahead and hit the share button, because I can guarantee you this, that I'm going to share something tonight that can possibly transform your life, but may also transform the life of somebody that you're connected with. So this would be a perfect opportunity for you to go ahead and hit the share button, because I know that there's somebody that you're connected to that is sitting on their gift, that's not utilizing their gift, and that really needs to understand the importance of working their gift, of leveraging their gift. And I'm going to share something tonight that's going to maybe create a shift in their perspective. So I want to give another quick shout out. Of course, we got somebody tuning in from London in the UK. That is what I'm talking about. We got somebody tuning in from the UK. We've got Janae tuning in as well. We got somebody tuning in from Coconut Creek. How you doing, Norma? And of course, I want to thank all of you who are jumping in. And as you're jumping in right now, go ahead and make sure you hit the share button. I'm going to ask you to do that throughout. But of course, as you know, the reason why I spend this little time is just so that we can go ahead and get things going before I dive right on in to the message. And you know, once I dive in, I'm sort of going all in. And so I like to use this little time for us to connect, and also for an opportunity for you to go ahead and take care of some couple of housekeeping things and making sure that you share the message. Now, this message tonight is entitled Make Room for Your Gift. Make room for your gift. And so one of the things that I believe wholeheartedly is, if you're tuning in right now, one thing that I can tell you unequivocally, one thing that I know for certain is, whether you are aware of what the gift is or not, I can tell you this, that you have a gift. There is something that is specific to you, something that is unique to you, something that comes to you so easy and so naturally, because in many ways it was what you were designed to do. Like the creativity that you have, the ability to write that you have, the ability to speak and communicate, the ability to make connections, the ability to think and organize things. There's something specifically that you have is a gift that maybe perhaps because you're too close to it, you don't understand how much of a gift that it really is. Or maybe perhaps something has happened along your life that has caused you to undermine the gift or maybe second guess it. And so what I'm hoping is that number one, that you're going to fully identify what that gift is, but that number two, that you're going to be willing to make room for that gift and work that gift and develop that gift and see how that gift is going to literally be able to elevate your life and take you in so many different places. You see, I believe that that thing that is unique to you is the very same thing that is going to set you apart. It's the thing that's going to elevate you, and it's the thing that's going to take you to that next level. And everything, your passion, your purpose, and everything that you've showed up to do, I believe personally, is tied into your gift. And so that's going to be the message tonight. I got something special for you. And for those of you who are note takers, I want you to make sure you grab a pen, grab a piece of paper. One of my good friends by the name of Trevor Otts, he says this all the time: note takers are money makers. And so listen, if you want to elevate your game, if you want to make more impact, if you want to make more money, I want you to go ahead and make sure you grab a pen and a piece of paper, because I want to talk to you about making room for your gift, making room for your gift. And that's what this message is for tonight. And so for those of you who know, one of the things I tell you, this message that I'm going to share with you is really inspired from a biblical principle and something that comes out of the book of Proverbs. And it's something that says, and here's what it says. It says that your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. Your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. And so in layman terms, all that means is that if you're willing to identify your gift, if you're willing to work on your gift, if you're willing to cultivate your gift, if you're willing to develop your gift, that if you continue to work on it, cultivate it, and then give it away, because I need you to understand this, a gift is not a gift if it is not given away, right? You understand that? And so that beautiful voice that you have, if you're not sharing with other people, it's not really a gift. That ability that you have to write, if you're not taking the time to write and share that gift with other people, then it's not really a gift. That ability that you have to communicate, to be able to encourage people, to be able to literally be able to touch the hearts of other people, if you're not using that gift, if you're not giving it away, then it's not really a gift. That creativity that you have, those organization skills that you have, if you are not giving those things away, understand then it is not a gift. The very character of a gift is the fact that it's actually being given away. And so I need you to get that first, because that's the only way that all of what I'm going to share with you is going to make sense to you. So here's what I want you to go. We're going back to this very powerful principle that basically says that your gift, whatever that gift is, creativity, the ability to communicate, the ability to write, the ability to encourage others, the ability to organize things, the ability to cultivate relationships and connect people, the ability to organize things, whatever that gift is, that literally, if you're willing to make room for that gift, then literally that gift will bring you before great men and great women. So listen carefully. Your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men and great women. Meaning that if you work on the gift, you develop the gift, that it will in fact elevate you. It will open new doors for you. It will allow you to create more opportunities for you, and it will allow you to make so much greater impact. Now, here's the thing that I've come to realize, that where a lot of people fall short is that they miss out on the fact that yes, your gift will make room for you and your gift will begin to open doors for you. But here's what I want you to understand, that first, the responsibility lies on you. And what is the responsibility that you have? Here's what the responsibility that you have is. The responsibility that you have is you literally have to first make room for your gift. Now, I need you to get that, because that falls on you. You see, your gift is going to do some amazing things for you. It's going to allow you to become that best-selling author. It's going to allow you to be able to literally give goosebumps to people as they hear you sing. It is going to allow you to be able to touch people's hearts as they read the words that you put on a piece of paper. It's going to allow you to be able to build an amazing a business, because of your organization skills. It's going to allow you to be able to accomplish things that other people just dream about, because of you have the ability to be able to dream big things, and you can think of a big vision and you can execute a plan. That gift that you have, it is going to do amazing things for you. But what I want you to understand, that before you can count on that gift to open up doors for you, before you can count on that gift to do great things for you, you first have a responsibility of making room for your gift. Here's what I want you to understand. You have to make room for your gift. That is your first responsibility. And so you say, well, what does that look like? And so I tell you this, the best way that I can help you to understand what that looks like is I could tell you, after doing some searching, I had first been working in corporate America. I was working as a CPA, as an accountant, and I knew that that was not necessarily what my gifting was. I was good at it. I was proficient at it, like many people who are working jobs that they're going to. And many of the jobs that people are working is not really in alignment with their gift, or what I believe is what like their ultimate calling and the ultimate purpose that they have. And so I was very efficient and good at accounting, but I knew that it wasn't the full expression of my gifting. And so when I started this journey of trying to figure out what my gifting was, I finally, after years of searching, I realized that part of my gifting was the ability to communicate, the ability to connect with people, the ability to encourage people, the ability to coach people, the ability to be able to help people to cast a bigger vision for themselves. Now, once I identified what that gift was, I needed to make room for that gift. And so the way that looked like for me was me making room for the gift basically meant that I had to start working on the gift, and I had to start developing the gift. And so the way that I started doing that was I started listening to other great speakers and great communicators and great orators and great business people, great thought leaders, great pastors, great motivational speakers, anybody who's excellent with communications. And I literally would sit there and consume countless hours of audio tapes and CDs and watch YouTube videos. And then I continued to make room for that gift, because now I would try to think of my own original content. And then I would literally go in my living room and stand in front of my couches and practice as if I were delivering speeches and talks to the furniture that was in my living room. And then when I felt like the living room wasn't big enough and I had a big vision and I saw myself in a bigger environment, I would go to my backyard and I would literally start pacing back and forth in my backyard, and I would be talking to the trees and acting as if the trees were my audience, right? And then I would literally start to record myself speaking, and my poor friends, I feel so sorry for them. When I was first starting off, I would have them listen to speeches that I was making in my living room and speeches that I was making in my backyard and ask them for my feedback. They'd be like, Andy, who are you talking to? And I was like, well, I was talking in the living room. They'd be like, well, you sound like you're talking to an audience. No, I was talking to the furniture, to the couch, to the chair, to the TV, and acting as if they were my audience. And so all of those things were a part of me making room for my gift. And then I was seeking opportunities to speak, whatever those opportunities were. So that means whether I was going in and talking to elementary school students, whether I was going in and talking to my friends who were teachers and talking to their class, whether I was finding different people at meetings and going in and talking for free, all of those times I was working on developing my gift. When I eventually decided to start doing this motivational call that I do each and every Thursday, I've been doing it now for, I think, going on 8-9 years. That when I made the commitment to do a motivational call every single Thursday at 8:00 p.m. Eastern time, that was also my effort of making room for my gift. And so I share that with you to make you understand that part of you making room for your gift is that you now beginning to work on your gift, cultivating your gift, doing things on a consistent basis, on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, to be able to help you to fortify and work on your gift. Now, here's what I want you to understand. A lot of times we can take it for granted because we have a gift and we realize that there's something that we have the capacity to do that comes to us a little easier than it does to somebody else. So maybe you can sing and everybody else tries, and boy, when you sing, It's just like musical things are coming out and other people singing. It just doesn't sound like that. Maybe you have the ability to just open your mouth and you could just speak and you have this way to connect with people and captivate people. Maybe perhaps you can just take something that seems so complex and simplify it. Maybe perhaps you've always had the ability to just sort of make money and it comes so easily for you. But here's what I understand. Even when you have a gift, you still have to develop it. You still have to cultivate it. You still have to literally take an approach at it as if you're willing to get to a place of mastery. And so in other words, you have to be willing to literally work your gift. And literally, it's through the process of working your gift that you make room for your gift and that your gift continues to elevate you and take you in so many different places. And so here's what I want you to do. Do me a favor right now. For those of you who are tuned in, go ahead and in the comment section, I want you to put hashtag work your gift, hashtag work your gift, because that is part of the process of you leveraging your gift to get to your next level. That is part of the process of using your gift so that your gift can make room for you and open up new doors and take you new places and allow you to make some great things happen. But what I want you to understand is don't let anybody fool you. The responsibility falls on you first. You have to first be willing to make room for the gift. And not just that, but you got to be willing to work that gift. And you don't just work it once. I'm talking about you got to work that gift every single day, every single week. You got to be willing to work that gift. And after you've worked that gift, you got to work it a little more. And after you've worked it a little more, you got to work it just a little bit more. And week after week, day after day, you work the gift. And every single time you want to look back at the previous year and you say, man, and I look back at the previous year, I said, man, look how I have grown. Look how my writing has improved. Look how my speaking has improved. Look how my organizational skills has improved. Look how my singing has improved. Look how whatever your gift is, you should be able to look every single year. You should be able to look back and say that my gifting is actually growing. Now, what I need you to understand is this. Here's what I want you to understand. That unlike so many other things that you're going to utilize in your life, you see, most things, when you use them, they deplete. In other words, a lot of things, when you use them excessively, then you literally begin to deplete it, right? And so if you think about, right, if you have a bank account full of money, if you spend it, then guess what happens over time? Your bank account begins to deplete, right? We totally get that concept. If you have something that you purchase and you use it excessively, a lot of times over time it deteriorates, it begins to deplete. Like you purchase a brand new car, over time you put mileage on it, deteriorates, the paint begins to chip, so forth. But here's what I want you to understand. There's a unique distinction when it comes to your gift. Here's what I want you to get. If you get this, this is going to help you to really be able to elevate your game. Your gift is one of the few things that actually grows in proportion to which you use it. And so, in other words, your gift never depletes. If anything, the more that you use it, the more that you exercise it, the more that you work that thing, you hear me? The more that you work the gift, the more that it begins to grow. You see, great writers, they write, and they write some more. Great speakers, they speak, and they speak some more. Listen, great business people are always finding ways to come up with business ideas, business strategies, and implement those business ideas and business strategies. Whatever your gifting is, here's what I want you to understand. You don't ever have to worry about it completely just vanishing on you. If anything, the more that you exercise the gift, the more that you use the gift, the more that it grows and the more that it magnifies. I need you to get that. Your gift literally grows in proportion to which you use it. And so what it means is that you have to be willing at all times to be willing to use your gift and to exercise your gift. But however, I want to give you a warning when it comes to that. You see, it's very easy that when you have a good gift, and especially if you got a kind of gift that other people recognize the gift in you, it's very easy that ultimately you can allow your gift or this blessing that you have to become a burden. And so let me help you understand what I mean by that. You know, one of the things that I have worked on developing over the years is my voice and the way that I communicate and the way that I use stories and analogies and so forth to connect with people. And so because I have friends and family members and people around me who understand that this is the area of my gifting and this is the area that I work on, a lot of times in whatever capacity that they have something, if they need somebody who is going to MC an event, if they need somebody who is going to speak at a funeral, if they need somebody who they want to basically host something, a lot of times people will say, hey, who is it that we can think of that can share a couple of nice words at this funeral? Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll have Andy say something, even if I didn't even know the person that well, right? Who is it that we can think of that would be a great person to host our MCR event? Hey, let's have Andy do it. Hey, who's a great person that we should have to go ahead and be the person to facilitate this particular training or this workshop that we're going to do? Hey, let's have Andy do it. And so can I be honest with you? Can I be transparent? There was a season that when that was happening a lot, it was starting to feel like a burden. And so there's a part of me that didn't always want to do it. And so I was like, oh, man. And oh, really? So you want me to speak at a funeral? I don't even really know this person that well. You want me to speak at your wedding? Oh, man, can I just come to the wedding? Oh, you want me to host this event? And so what happened is, here this thing was, this blessing, right? This gift that I had, and I was allowing this blessing to turn into a burden. And so what I want you to do is I want you to recognize the fact that when you have a gift, and I know that you have a gift, that there are going to be people around you who notice and see the gift that you have. And because you have this gift, they're going to seek you out and opportunities are going to come your way. And a lot of times you're going to feel as if those opportunities sometimes are a little bit of a burden because it's going to be requiring you to utilize your gift. And sometimes you're not going to get compensated for it. Sometimes you're going to be tired. Sometimes you're not going to necessarily want to do it. But what I'm going to warn you is that don't allow your blessing, this gift that you have, to turn into a burden. And understand that this gift that you have, the thing that makes it a gift is the fact that you have the ability to give it away. So in other words, a gift is not a gift until you give it away. And so what I want you to become accustomed to, and I want you to be very mindful of where your mindset goes, is to not allow your blessing, this gift that you have, to turn into a burden. And so what I want you to become very comfortable with doing and accustomed to doing is I want you to give it away. And I know we live in a world where people are just always like, no, well, you need to get what's yours and you don't need to do that if they're not paying you and so forth. But what I want you to understand, that the people that you see that get to levels of mastery, the people who you see who have built a tremendous platform, the people that you know that are doing tremendous things, a lot of their platform was built, and you didn't even recognize it, was through the process of them giving away their gift. And it was in the process of giving away their gift that they were able to perfect their gift. That it was in the process of giving away their gift that they were able to grow their gift. It was in the process of giving away their gift that they were able to elevate their gift. And their gift ultimately created more opportunities for them. And so what I want you to understand is, and one of the things that I want you to do, I want you to get accustomed with giving your gift away. And so do me a favor right now, for those of you in the comment section, put hashtag give it away, hashtag give it away. I know a lot of times people say, no, don't give it away. I'm telling you, give it away. It's through the process of you giving your gift away. It's through the process of you not hoarding it. It's through the process of you exercising it, of you cultivating it, of you developing it. That is how your gift is going to make room for you and bring you before great men. That is how your gift is going to elevate you and make tremendous things begin to happen to you. It's because of the fact that you are constantly giving the gift away. It's because of the fact that you are constantly working on the gift and elevating the gift. I'm telling you, that is the process that opens doors. That is the process that changes things around. I started to think back, and I remember literally, we're talking about like years and years and years ago, all the way back in like 2000, right? I remember being at a personal development major conference that was being held by a direct sales company. And so you had this direct sales company that was putting on like their annual convention. It was my first time at one of these major conventions where literally I'm talking about tens of thousands of people. It's probably like 40 to 50,000 people who are all filled up in the arena, and they were all in this arena. And we were watching some of the top leaders in the company who were on the stage. And they also were bringing in phenomenal speakers, motivational speakers, and many of the top producers in the company were amazing speakers. And I remember literally back in 2000, sitting out in the audience and looking at some of the speakers who are on the stage and just being mesmerized at the way that they had the ability to be able to connect with people in the audience, the way that they were inspiring people, the way that I was noticing that people's mindsets were being shifted. And I remember sitting there in the audience at that time, had no idea that I would ultimately become a speaker, had no idea exactly what my calling was, but knowing that there was something in me that said, wow, I would love to one day be on that stage. One day I would love to be at an event where there's thousands of people who are sitting out in the audience, and I would love to be at a direct sales company convention and delivering a message that's going to inspire people. I remember that. I remember having that vision. And I'm telling you this, that it was through years of having the vision first, and then being willing to just sort of work on and identify what my gift was, and then start developing my gift and working on my gift, whether that meant, doing live streams, whether that meant turning on the camera and doing videos on YouTube, whether that meant going into schools, whether that meant finding free speaking engagements until I was able to earn paid speaking engagements. That literally it took years, and it would be 13 years after me sitting in that audience, 13 years later, of me working on my gift, developing my gift, that my telephone would ring and I would get the opportunity to be one of the keynote speakers for a direct sales company and take the stage with thousands of people sitting out in the audience. And I'm telling you right now that that was only the result of me, number one, having the vision, me, number two, being willing to identify what my gift was, and then number three, being willing to work my gift, even when I didn't quite see what the results were going to be at the time, even when I didn't necessarily have the paychecks coming in as a result of my gifting, even when other people around me just thought it was just something that I was just testing out in the waters, right? And so what I want you to understand is this, that you don't need anybody, and this is something that's key, and I need you to get this, you don't need anybody to validate your gift. The only person that needs to validate your gift is you. So stop waiting for somebody to co-sign on your gift. The only person that needs to co-sign on your gift is you. Listen, nobody needs to validate your gift. That gift was given to you. And listen, the sky's the limit as far as what you are able to do with that gift. If you're willing to work on it, if you're willing to develop it, that I'm telling you, it's going to open up doors for you. It's going to put you in rooms that you wouldn't even imagine. It's going to have you sitting at tables with people that you wouldn't even imagine. It's going to have you flying to places that you wouldn't even imagine. It's going to have your name featured in articles that you wouldn't even imagine, but you have to be willing to put in the work and work on the gift. And so I believe there's so many of us that what we do is we have a gift, but what happens is we fail to fully embrace it, because we're waiting on somebody else to validate the gift. And what I want you to understand is that nobody else needs to validate your gift. The only person that needs to validate your gift is you. You're the person who has to put the stamp of validation on your gift. And once you know what your gifting is, then you start putting in the work. But stop sitting on the sidelines and waiting on somebody else to call your name and say, hey, you, come here, write this book. Hey, you, come here, deliver this speech. Hey, you, come here, start this business. Hey, you, come here, start this ministry. Hey, you, come here, do this great work that you were called to do. Listen, no one's going to call your name. You need to call your own name. You need to call on your own jersey. And so, in other words, you need to validate your own gift. And I just need you to get that, because so many of us are wasting time because we're hoping and we're wishing that somebody else is going to validate our gift. And what I need you to understand is this, I need you to get this, that nobody, absolutely nobody, is going to validate your gift for you. No one's going to do it. You've got to validate your own gift. Because remember what I told you, this gift that you have, it is a law that your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. But remember what I told you, that before your gift can make room for you, you must first make room for your gift. And part of making room for your gift is validating your own gift, acknowledging what your gift is, identifying what it is, and understand that nobody's going to do that for you. And so I need you to get this. I need you to validate your own gift. That's what I need you to do. And stop sitting on the sidelines and waiting on somebody else to validate your gift. It has been given to you. And with that gifting is an assignment. With that gifting is going to be a big vision. And you got to be willing to work that thing, even when you don't see the results. And if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to work that thing, I'm telling you, it is going to do some extraordinary things for you. Listen, I'm telling you, I remember at the age of 9 years old, being in elementary school and us getting the shocking news. I remember they turned on the television, the shocking news. You guys remember this was 1986. They sent off the shuttle Challenger. This was a literally a space Challenger that it was going out of space, and in the process of going out of space, it exploded. And the 7 passengers that were in this Challenger shuttle all passed away. Some of you may remember this. This was back in 1986. I was 9 years old in 1986. And I remember that was the time that, number one, that was probably when I first really began to learn about what NASA was, and hearing about, you know, all the amazing things that NASA does and how they send astronauts out of space. And unfortunately, it was a tragic event that brought my awareness to NASA. And I remember from the age of 9, just being amazed and having this admiration for NASA. And then when I launched my speaking career, and I never in a million years did I even set out the goal or the intention to say, hey, you know what, as I was building my speaking career and I was landing amazing clients like Bacardi, like Office Depot, like Accenture, like Pratt and Whitney, never in a 1,000 years on my list of people that I wanted to have as a client did I say I would love to work with NASA, that I would love to work with NASA employees. I just didn't dream of working with NASA. But what happened is, the crazy thing is, because of the fact that I validated my gift, and because of the fact that I was willing to work on my gift, because I was willing to make room for my gift, that guess what? The opportunity presented itself, and eventually a very special opportunity presented itself where I was able to land a government contract to work with NASA employees to help them to be able to master the art of storytelling, so that they can be able to carry out their amazing, amazing roles in what they do over there at NASA. And so I just literally came back from doing a training with NASA, and I'm going to be flying out in a couple more weeks to do another training for them. And I share that with you to make you understand that 9-year-old boy who first got exposed to NASA through a tragedy of the space shuttle exploding, that Challenger exploding, that was so amazed at NASA, that 9-year-old boy never thought in a million years that I was going to be working with NASA. But that only came as a result of me validating my gift and working on my gift. And what I want you to understand is that, understand this, that you can't even begin to fathom, you cannot even begin to imagine the doors that will open for you, the opportunities that will present itself, the places that you will end up flying to, the magazines that you will be featured in, the people who will read what you have done, the people that you will be impacting, the testimonials that you'll be hearing from people. You have no idea as to what you will be able to do with this gift that you have been given, unless you're willing to work that thing. You hear me? You got to work that gift. You hear me? You got to be willing to make some things happen. Somebody do me a favor right now. And if you know that you have a gift and you are willing to work that gift, do me a favor right now before I continue. Just put hashtag work your gift. Hashtag work your gift. Put that in the comment section for me. And if you've been getting value from what I've been sharing with you, please do me a quick favor and just go ahead and hit the share button, because I know that there's somebody that you're connected to that has a gift, and they're sitting on this gift. They are playing with that gift, and they're going to hear something from this message that's going to get them to wake up. That's going to get them to be like, whoa, wait a second. I'm going to stop playing with this gift. I'm going to stop playing around with this ability I have to write. I'm going to start playing around with this ability that I have to communicate, to speak. I'm going to stop playing around with this ability that I have to think of great ideas, of inventions, of businesses. I'm going to stop playing around with this ability that I have, and I'm going to start working my gift. You hear me? I want you to work your gift. That's right. Yes, Sheila, work your gift. Yes, Christine, work your gift. Work your gift. Yes, Janae, that's right. Work your gift. And so you got to be willing to put in the work. You got to work your gift. You got to, yes, Jermaine, that's right. Work your gift. You got to be willing to work your gift. So remember what I told you. You don't need anyone else. Nobody else needs to validate your gift. That's the first thing. You got to get that. I need you to get that. And the other thing is, you got to develop your gift and you got to nurture it. Listen, I want you to think of the most talented people that you know. People who have literally taken things outside of the stratosphere. People like, famous athletes that you can think of, like Michael Jordan, like Kobe Bryant, like LeBron James, amazing business people like Sir Richard Branson, like Steve Jobs, who unfortunately has passed away, like Oprah Winfrey's of the world. I want you to think about people who have literally done extraordinary things with their gift. And I'm telling you, no matter how gifted they appear to be, right? I need you to understand this, that don't be confused. There has been countless hours that you did not witness. There has been some heartache that you did not witness. There have been some tears shed that you did not witness. There has been some self-doubt that you did not witness. There has been hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of them working on their gift. And you have no idea the amount of times that they may have thought about quitting, the amount of times that other people doubted them, the amount of times that they doubted themselves, the amount of times that they didn't know it was possible. But one thing I can assure you of this, that to get to the level that they have gotten to, that they all have one thing in common. And that one thing is, in spite of what other people were thinking, in spite of what was taking place, in spite of the challenges, in spite of the disappointments, in spite of the setbacks, I can assure you one thing, that there's one thing that they did continuously. They developed their gift and they nurtured their gift. They developed their gift and they nurtured their gift. And so what I want you to understand is that the mistake that so many of us have is that we have a gift, but we're playing with the gift. And when I say you're playing with the gift, meaning that you're flirting with it. You're not putting in the hours. You're not putting in the work. You're not doing that thing that you know that you need to do so that you can elevate the gift. And so what ends up happening is you go through life without fully developing your gift. But you also go through life without really seeing what the gift could have done. And you also go through life without making the level of impact that you could have made. And so what I want you to do is, I don't want you to make that mistake that so many people do when they look back in their life and they say, what if I would have worked on that gift? What if I would have put in the hours? What if I would have wrote more? What if I would have spoke more? What if I would have sought the opportunities? What if I would have got the coaching and the mentorship to develop that gift? What if I would have went all in with that gift? What if I would have stopped treating that gift like a hobby? What if I got seriously serious? Mark Twain said that 20 years from now, you're going to be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do rather than by the things that you did do. You hear me? 20 years from now, it won't be the things that you did that you're going to look back and regret. It's going to be the things that you didn't do, like cultivate your gift, like work on your gift, like invest in your gift, like put in the time, the countless hours when you don't even see the results, when you don't have the audience, when no one is looking to work on this thing that has been given to you. And so what I need you to understand is, I told you this before, no one needs to validate your gift, right? No one needs to validate your gift, The only person that needs to validate your gift is you. And the other thing I told you is you must develop and you must nurture your gift. You must develop and you must nurture your gift. And so I think one of the biggest disservices that you can make to yourself is when you can observe other people who are doing extraordinary things with their lives, who have built tremendous platforms, who are making tremendous impact with what their gift. And you look on and you say, you know what? They're just special. They just have something that other people don't have. And you think that they just get up out of their bed and they just sort of stretch. They're like, I'm just gonna go ahead and just start singing today and just go deliver a speech and just go write one book and it's gonna be a bestseller. And what I'm telling you is that's not how it works. They are doing so many things behind the scenes that you aren't even witnessing. There's been blood, sweat, and tears shed and countless hours of working on that gift. And what I'm saying to you is, I want you to put in that kind of work ethic of working and cultivating your gift. I'm talking about working on your gift in the lab when no one is looking, when you don't have an audience, when no one's there to give you a round of applause, when nobody's there to validate you, when maybe perhaps you even have people in your own household that aren't encouraging you. When you have been at it for a while and you're not necessarily seeing the results, when you look at your bank account and it doesn't seem to match up with what you believe your gift is, right? When you're looking around and the people around you who you think are supposed to support you are not there to necessarily support you. Whatever those things are that can throw you off, what I need you to understand is, in spite of, you still got to be willing to work that gift. And you still got to be willing to make room for that gift. And so here's one thing I could tell you, I know wholeheartedly. I may not know what your gift is. I may not even know you personally. But one thing I can tell you is this. One thing I can tell you is this, is that you have a special, unique gift. I know you've heard it over and over again. I know it starts sounding cliche, and we would stop saying it if everybody recognized it and if everybody was using it. But first, I need you to understand that you got it. Now, the other thing is, I want you to understand this is a law. This is straight up a biblical principle, biblical law. And here's what it says. And I told you this at the beginning. This gift that you have of singing, of writing, creativity, organization, communication, whatever it is, this gift that you have, it has the capacity to take you places that you couldn't even imagine. Listen carefully. Your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. In other words, this gift that you have can open up doors for you that you couldn't even imagine, put you in rooms that you couldn't even imagine, elevate you to a platform that you couldn't imagine, allow you to impact lives that you couldn't even imagine. But in order for you to be able to fully express this gift, and in order for this gift to make room for you, it's very simple. It's very simple. I need you to get this because the responsibility falls on you. Listen carefully. You must first make room for your gift. That's all I need you to get. And part of making room for the gift means that it's working on it, it's cultivating it, it is giving it away. A gift is not a gift until it's been given away. Get that? A gift is not a gift until it is given away. And so continue to give the gift away, and don't allow this gift that you have, this blessing, to become a burden. Understand that because you have the gift, that gift is going to require a lot from you. To whom much is given, much is required. So people are going to call you out and be like, hey, you write so well. Can you write this for me? Hey, you're so good with organizing this. Could you help me organize this event? Hey, you speak so well. Could you MC this event? Listen, don't allow all those requests to start feeling like a burden. Don't allow your blessing to become a burden. Keep using the gift. And the reason why I told you got to keep using the gift is why? Because your gift, unlike everything else, your gift grows in proportion to which you use it. Listen carefully. Your gift grows in proportion to which you use it. So if you don't use your gift very often, then it actually shrinks, it diminishes, it deteriorates. But if you use your gift excessively, and if you give it away excessively, then what it does is it grows, it magnifies. And so all I'm hoping, I'm wishing for you is that you be able to fulfill the highest and the biggest expression of your gift so that you can just watch what your gift is capable of doing. That's all I desire for you. That's all that I'm hoping that you've gotten from this message. That you are willing to take this gift that maybe you've been playing with, that maybe you've been sitting on, maybe you've been waiting on somebody else to validate for you. And I'm hoping that you're going to take this thing and that you are going to start working this thing, start giving it away, start making room for it so that it can make room for you. That's literally what I'm hoping for you. And so listen, I'm about to wrap this up, but before I leave, I always like to give you a couple of parting gifts. And so one of the things is I did a training. One of part of my gifting is that I help people to be able to develop their signature story. And so I believe that so many of us, when we have a gift and we are developing our business, we're growing our tribe, we're trying to build awareness, that part of building the awareness is being able to share what our story is and sharing our story in a compelling way so that other people can identify with it, so that they want to hear more from us, and so that they want to be able to experience our gift. And so I did a training in which I shared one of the number one strategies so that you can get people to connect with your story, so that you can get them to connect with your gifting. And so I want you to get access to that training. And so very easily, you're going to head on over to showupforyourlifetv.com, showupforyourlifetv.com. Now, when you get over to showupforyourlifetv.com, very easily, all I want you to do is fill out the information very quickly, and you'll get immediate access to the replay of a particular training that I did that I believe that you're going to absolutely love it. But it's going to equip you with what I believe is one of the number one strategies to get people to connect with what your story is. Now, for those of you, and this is not for everybody, but some of you are saying, man, Andy, I really would love to work with you. I would love to work on developing my gift and specifically work on being able to share what my story is. And so I have a phenomenal 3-day training that's coming up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And my next training is going to be coming up. It's going to be February of 2018. And I would love for you to join me. And so if you would like to learn a little more about the training and maybe fill out a little quick application so someone on my team could call you and give you the details so that you can make a decision as to whether or not this would be a good training for you to attend, I would love for you to head on over to masterstorytelleracademy.com. It's a transformational training that over a 3-day process, we do 3 things very simply. We help you to discover what your signature story is. We help you to develop it, and then we help you to be able to deliver it in a way that's going to allow you to make tremendous impact, that's going to allow you to attract more people to your tribe, more opportunities, and ultimately be able to get better results and more income in what it is that you do. And so you can head on over to masterstorytelleracademy.com. And so listen, I just want to thank all of you for tuning in, for joining me for the Show Up for Your Life motivational live stream. I really, really hope that you got some value from this message. And I'm telling you right now, over and over again, I just want you to just continue to work your gift. And I just want to give a quick shout out to some of you, and I thank you for tuning in. As a matter of fact, hey, as we sign off, just somebody do me a favor. As you're signing off, just put hashtag my gift, hashtag my gift, because that's your way of just sort of validating your own gift. Just put hashtag my gift as you sign off. And I want to remind you, if you haven't already done so, do me a favor and just make sure you share this message. If you got value from this message tonight, just go ahead and make sure that you share it, because I believe that there's always somebody that you're connected to that'll be able to get some value. So yes, Darren, hashtag my gift. Yes, Sheila, who put hashtag my gift. Yes. I appreciate you, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you got tremendous value from this message. Yes, Julia, put hashtag my gift. That's right, hashtag my gift. Yes, Norma, I see you. Hashtag my gift. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I see you all. Yes, Christine, hashtag my gift. That's what I'm talking about. And I appreciate you guys playing full out. And I want you to get out there, use those gifts, leverage those gifts, and just make that impact that you've been called to do, and do some extraordinary things with your gifts. So I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Yes, Janae, I see you, girl. I know you got a tremendous gift, Janae. Make sure you're using that gift. Hashtag my gift. That's what I'm talking about. And so I want you all to just continue to work on those gifts, develop those gifts, and give them away. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the share button. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. Looking forward to connecting with all of you. Same time, same place next week, Thursday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on the Show Up for Your Life Motivational live stream. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Yes, Jermaine, I see you. My gift, hashtag my gift. You're welcome, Norma. Excellent. Have a good night. Lewis, what's up, my man?